Hi everyone, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Wesley Wokes, Vice Chairman of the club. To welcome you to a weird virtual presentation for the season 1920. Just thought I would add a few words myself on behalf of the club. Obviously this has been a weird season and we're seeing some light at the end of the tunnel now, which enables us to move on. But we can't move on to next season until we've covered off last season's presentation awards. For me, it was still important for us to do this because even though the FA have decided to expunge the results from the 1920 season, the important message for parents is that we as a club haven't forgotten the season we've just had, and the message for all the players is, again, us as a club, we haven't forgotten the season you guys have had, and it's been a very important one, as is every year, for all of your football development and the social aspects and the friends you make and the new players who have only just joined the club this year. For them it won't be a season they will forget. Certainly for myself it won't be a season I'll forget that quickly. I took this role on in November after being part of the club for about 2.5 years. Both my kids play for the club currently, and that's what decided to make me take this role. So I took over in November. We've had flash floods, other interruptions to the season, other issues to deal with that most clubs probably deal with season on season. And then of course in March we had the global pandemic that put a swift end to the season. At the time we probably didn't realise how big it was and how much it would affect the season. We just thought we'd be back to it in a couple of weeks, and obviously that was never the case. But as I said at the start of the video, this is probably for me, hopefully the video will be the end of that season and we can kind of move on from it and look forward to a new season, but we can't do that until the awards are given out. Now obviously presentation evening is one of my favourite evenings of the year, and it's not just because of seeing the kids' faces getting their awards and their rewards for having productive and good seasons. For me it's about seeing that whole club together all under one roof and everybody from all different age groups all interacting with each other, and it's not something we normally see on a Sunday. It's one thing I've tried to change since I've come to the club, and from help with others as well, is trying to get that one club mentality, and I believe we're moving in the right direction with that. Again, COVID has struck and kind of put our foot on the brake a little bit with that, but as you've seen with the plans we've got for next season, we're hoping again to kick on with having this one club mentality, and that just includes cheering on teams that are not necessarily your kids' teams, having coaches get involved with training sessions that they don't normally get involved with. Again, continuing with having the kids' mascots at the first team games, and obviously from next season we've got a ladies team as well, so the girls that are a part of our club can obviously have something to aim towards and something to aspire towards. So that for me is our biggest aim next season, is gelling the club together and using that one club mentality. In the next video you'll see your coach. He will give the 6 main awards out from each team, or there's 5 or 6, I can't quite remember. There's manager's player. Again, this is for the player who has not necessarily caught the eye of the manager the most, but just that's somebody who gives that little bit extra, whether it's turning up to training on time every week, or even just turning up to training every week. It's never an issue with the manager. Or every manager's got their different reasons for picking the players. I can't put words into their mouths. Parents player, as somebody myself who is a parent, this is a very difficult decision because we watch the kids week in, week out, and we could probably give it to any one of the kids from any one of the teams when we vote on this. But that's, again, is the particular player that the parents have voted for. Most improved player, again, a very important award. It's a player who's improving week on week, year on year. So again, the managers and the coaches will choose that player for their own varied reasons. Top goal scorer speaks for itself. Obviously, we can't win games without scoring goals, and although the youth football is not just about winning games, it's about the kids' development. But scoring goals obviously gives players confidence, so we always like to award the person who scored the most goals. Again, goals can't be scored without it being a team effort. It's not about individuals, but that award is specifically for the person who's put the ball in the net the most for that season. And then the last award, unless I've missed any out, is the the Players Player Award. When I was a youngster, this was the award that I would always like to win. I don't think I ever did though, because it's voted on by your peers, so the people who are playing with you, they vote and see you as the player of the season, which for me was very important when I was younger, because it's nice to be seen by the players you play alongside as that person who's put in the most effort and has performed the best that season. So from myself, I've obviously got a couple of awards to give out and a couple of thank yous. So I'll go with the standard thank yous. I'd like to thank all the coaches for all their effort last season, and you guys should send your individual thanks to them, because one thing that's overlooked quite often, and they're just depended on, is the fact that the coaches are there week in, week out, putting on sessions, taking time out of their personal lives, all have full-time jobs to attend meetings and to plan training sessions. And without the coaches, the lifeblood of this club, we couldn't function at all. So a big thanks from me to all the coaches. To Vicky. Vicky is the club treasurer. Again, chasing the subs is a very laborious task. It takes some patience to do. So thank you to Vicky for that. For all the other volunteers involved in the club, there's way too many to mention individually and personally. But you guys, again, are the lifeblood of the club, and without it we couldn't function. Thank you to the club secretary, John Deeble. Again, he can be seen on every first team match days there without fail, filling in the team sheets, doing all the stuff in the background that nobody else wants to do. But again, without him we couldn't function as a club. He registers all the players just in time for the season, deals with all the insurance, etc, etc. Again, so if you see John knocking around, just make sure you pass on your thanks. And aside from that, he's a coach as well, so he got a very big effort there from John, and he's somebody that's very important to the club. And Deval Palgrave, the club chairman, again, he goes about things quietly. He never asks for any praise, but I'll give him plenty. He's guided me into this club, and he's helped me quite a bit since I've took on this role. Without him, I don't think the club would function at all. It wouldn't have got through a very difficult 2 years with the issues we've had with the stadium, and the fact that he's still here kicking on and he's coaching as well. Again, he's another good example for this club. So for those of you that have got two or more kids in the club, I apologise, because this is the second time you've seen this video, because we've split off each video into individual groups and age groups. So for me, Clubman of the Year, I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to win this award last year. I've won quite a few awards in my time. This is one of my proudest, and you're probably all thinking, it's just a grassroots Clubman of the Year award. It's important to me because, as I said, I see a lot of really good volunteers, coaches, parents who chip in with fundraising, etc, etc. So for the club to choose me as the Clubman of the Year last year was meant quite a bit to me. So I was really thrilled to win that award last year. So this year we've had a chat as a committee, and we've decided that we've got two winners. We've got a runners-up Clubman of the Year, and they're going to get this award. So for me, the runner-up Clubman of the Year, this person is a coach. The kids of his particular age group love him when he's about. He's always got a smile on his face. Never too much effort from this person. And week on week we'll ask for volunteers to do additional things to what they normally do aside from coaching, whether that's coming to take money on the gate for the first team. He also has stepped in to be physio for the first team as well. He knocked up a really nice spreadsheet for me to help get all the new kit ordered. So a couple of you probably guessed who it is already, but the Clubman of the Year runner-up this year is Josh. Josh from our under-9/under-10s team. This award's to you, and it's very well deserved, so well done, mate. So the main award gets to take away this big beauty that's been sitting upstairs for the last year in my house. Now, this was a very difficult decision. As I said, there's any number of people that could have won it, and including the runner-up himself, Josh. The reason we've decided the people that have won this award, for those of you who've been to the first team games will agree with us. They've been very chirpy at the first team games, travelling home and away. So instead of giving it to an individual this year, we decided to give it to a collective. So this year's Club Men of the Year is the Castlevale Massive. Now, some of you are going to be confused with this. If you don't get down to the first team games, you won't particularly know who they are. But they're a group of some of the youth team lads who have been quite often going down to the first team games. But they've also been travelling away, taking time out of their own playing time, watching the professional teams play, going down and supporting the first team. And you can hear them in the stands making quite a bit of noise. They stirred up quite a bit on social media from some of our other local teams as well. So it's all good banter. And for me, the effort the guys have made to come and watch what was a very difficult season for our first team and still be there cheering them on. Castlevale Massive get this award between them. So we've agreed to allow them to share it between them. They'll have to decide how they choose to share the trophy between them across the year. We haven't been able to get individual awards, but we've got a banner for next season, a flag. So whether they travel home and away with the first team, it'll be. I'll show it on the next page what that banner looks like, and they'll be able to wave it next season. So one last thing from me is just a message from Deval, and he just wanted me to put across that the last season may have been cut short, but the memories will live on from the kids and the parents of the experience from last season. So don't ever let that escape from it. Let's talk about it. Let's speak about our biggest memories from last season. There's quite a bit to pick from. From me on a personal level, if I take my vice chairman head off, watching my son's under-9s team lift the Warwickshire Spring Trophy was the last memory I had of last season, because I think it was the last game they played. And for me, it'll be one of the best memories of my son's football. And not just because they lifted the trophy, but all the effort they made, and to see other coaches and parents from other sides coming to support them. Again, focusing on that one club mentality was the one thing I was really impressed with. So it's an opportunity for you to discuss your best memories with your kids as well. I would welcome you guys to do that and suggest that's what you do, just to make sure it's not completely forgotten. And thankfully we can move on to a positive 2021 season with lots to look forward to. And you'll see me around the club at the training. Like I said, both my kids play for the club, so you see me at training, you're welcome to say hello. Any questions, any queries, you're welcome to approach me and just ask me. And that's all from me. Next video is, like I said, is your coach. So enjoy.
People say that I'm
Hi lads, Josh and Ervin here. Just going to do the virtual presentation. Something a little bit new for everyone for this year. Hopefully it won't be hopefully it is the last time that we do it this way. We'd like to have a good lead up next time. But we're just going to go through every player that's participated within the group, and then we'll go through the different categories of trophies that have been won. We'll just have a quick mention of each player as well throughout the hard work that we've done. So first on the list is Dylan Cumberbatch-Tunks, my lad. Been a brilliant season for you, mate. Haven't been able to play as many games as you would like. A lot of them being called off. But I don't think anyone will forget that amazing goal that he scored at the beginning of the season, and I think he got another one during the cup game as well, through halfway. It was a brilliant goal, mate, and hopefully you can bring that into next season.
Yeah, and as long as you put the hard work in, there's no reason why your football can't continue to grow like how it has been doing. You've done some really great work this season, mate. Really great work.
Well done, mate. Next player, Romari. Mate, sometimes it's unbelievable to think that you're actually a year below us.
That's true.
You're a cracking character. It's brilliant to work with you, and it's really good to have you on board. It's unbelievable again, like I just said, that you are a year below, and you've been scoring some great quality goals and participating with the team and assisting the lads as well. Seeing you on that wing and getting you to use that left foot even more.
Oh yeah, left foot. Left foot. As often as I keep saying to you, use your left foot. The fact is, that you're beginning to use it, and you are looking at a much better player. It's really good to see how strong you're coming along as a player. and as a character.
Keep it going, mate, and hopefully we'll get some more of that cut back onto your right foot and getting some goals in from the edge of that box as well. We'll practice on that in training, mate, don't you worry. Next player, I think, is Lewis Hart. Brilliant player. Last season, you got most improved, I believe. Was most
Definitely most improved, yeah.
Most improved last season. Done, mate. Your difference from last season to this season has been absolutely incredible. Your maturity has been brilliant. Seeing that on the pitch and how strong you are on the pitch now, and being very, very consistent when you've been playing football as well. Helping Tyler in the back and helping the guys stop some goals and improving the game. It's been brilliant, mate, and seeing you develop, it's been really good.
His attitude, your attitude, Lewis, is, I have to admit, it's been really, really good. The fact is that when you put your head in the game, very difficult player to beat. And as far as we see it, we're really, really pleased with you, mate. So just keep it going and keep growing, and we know that you'll get there.
Next player, Captain Fantastic.
Our version of Virgil van Dijk. That's the way we see you, Tyler. Right? There's times that you've said to yourself, really don't really want to play there. Without a doubt, you know, you're an absolute brick when you play there, and the way that you've captained the side has absolutely been brilliant this year, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely brilliant.
So
I think the old man would say Connor Cody, but we won't talk about that.
Well.
But mate, you have been a leader of the pack, and it has been brilliant. And some of those crunching tackles, yeah.
Well, if it was me, I wouldn't want to be on the end of it.
Definitely, absolute brilliant season again, mate. 2 seasons in a row where you've been absolutely brilliant, and just can't fault you. And onwards and upwards for next season, mate. Keep it going. Next player would be, I think, is our second leader of the pack as well, Mr. Talkative.
Oh yeah, Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle.
I think we all knew who it was.
Without a doubt, the team is enhanced. It's a joy when you're there. You talk a lot, but what we notice is that your play has been absolutely brilliant. And the squad wouldn't be the same when you're not there. So as far as we're concerned, the way we see you growing, and the fact that Matt's been helping you as well, brilliant, mate. Just keep it going.
Definitely, mate. Again, from last season to this season, I think for a lot of years, but definitely for you, mate, you've been absolutely outstanding. Your character has just came out even more. You're starting to talk to your teammates even more, making sure that they're understanding the drills and helping them with stuff when they don't understand. Talking from the back as well when someone's out of position and leading the guys as well. Again, mate, brilliant. And no doubt that obviously no question is why you have also been training West Brom. Keep it going.
Oh well,
Quick mention there.
He's gonna have to mention
that. Next player, Ollie Petit. Again, mate, that engine in you, mate, is unreal.
True.
Up and down that line, non-stop. As soon as you're on that pitch, mate, you're like a steam train, you're up and down, giving 110%, and that's what we're all about. And it's been a great season for you, mate. And you've scored some really, really good quality goals, and really a good amount of goals as well.
And I can remember at the beginning of the season, right, when we played over at the Land Rover, I set the target, and in front of my mum said, 10 goals, at least 10 goals, and guess what? You got 10 goals.
Well done,
right?
mate.
Our sad part is the fact that, at the moment we haven't got you. But, if it doesn't work out, we'll have you back.
Any day of the week,
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. But keep it going, mate. Keep your football going. Really proud of you.
Next player. What can I say about this? Mr. Consistent. Everything about you, mate, is just brilliant. Alfie Smart. Mate, you're always there at training, there at every game, wear your heart in your sleeve. You give everything that you give, what you can give, and give everything to the team, what you can to the team as well. You're brilliant, mate. You've played in goals for us when we needed you, and you've played brilliant there. You played in the middle of the park as well, and done a lot of work around your ability around playing in that position as well. You played up front and helped out. And the one thing that I really love about your game, mate, is that you're really unselfish as well. So even if you're playing striker, you're literally, even if you'll be in front of goal, mate, you'll still lay off to someone to enable them to score because you understand the game, and your football brain is massive, mate. It's brilliant.
So just keep it going, Alfred. Your ability to listen is what makes you grow the way that you're growing. So just keep listening, keep growing, keep playing, and as long as you continue to give 100%, you'll do well in yourself. We're really pleased to have you on board, mate. Really, really pleased.
The next player, very much the same as Alfie as well. So probably the only player that we have actually who's got a natural left foot as well is Mr. Rocco. Brilliant, mate. You're right character. Another player who wears his heart on his sleeve.
True.
And gives 110% every training session, every match. You may not play every match from the beginning, but as soon as you do get on that pitch, you make sure that we know that you are on that pitch and help us out as a team. And it's brilliant, mate, to have you in the squad. Again, you do make the squad gel as well.
We've had the privilege. I know that I've had the opportunity to work with many players, and you, Rocco, you take things to heart because you want to learn, and never feel ashamed about that, mate. That's a quality that this squad needs, right? We wouldn't ask you to be on board if we didn't believe in you. So believe in yourself, keep learning, keep listening, keep trying, and you will be the defender we know that you can be. Keep it going, mate.
Next player, we've had him for 2 seasons now, is Tayo Stevens.
Yes, Tayo.
Brilliant lad. When your head's screwed on, mate, you're unplayable. Those killer passes that you make, those goals that you score, mate, it's unreal. You're a brilliant player, mate. You're a very skillful lad, and you really, really are part of the team, everything. And you have contributed massively to the team as well.
That's true.
And yeah, unfortunately, you are going to go and play with the year above, so we will miss you, mate. But we do wish you all the best, and hopefully it does work out for you. You've been brilliant, mate. Can't fault you in any way with your ability on the pitch.
Yeah, we think that you'll do well. And yes, even though you're a loss, that's somebody else's game. So just keep working at your football, mate, and you'll get there without a doubt. Keep it going.
I think this is becoming a bit of a common theme with our players. Another player who wears his heart on his sleeve, gives 110%, and it's great that, you know, that's kind of our mantra, our kind of thing that we say before each game that we are going to give. It's 110%, and this player is Riley Wokes. Again, another player, doesn't always get a full game, doesn't always start, he might come off the bench, or he might start a game and come off halfway, but he's someone who's, as soon as he's on the pitch, he gives everything, leaves everything on the pitch. True. And that's what we can say about a lot of you lads, everything, but definitely a couple of years I'd give you that extra little bit, which is just great to see. And it's just brilliant to see that in training, in the games, everything. We call you our little Harry Kane, and you do that well, mate. And hopefully next season you'll be just scoring as many goals as him as well.
I like it the way that you put the effort in, not only in training, especially in the games. Yeah. You know, everybody else might drop their heads, but for most games, your head's in it. And like Josh says, when you come on, you make the difference. And that's the kind of attitude that we will always respect. So just keep it going, mate, and you'll grow. You'll grow. Not in height, but you'll grow in your football. Right, just keep going. Really pleased to have you on board, mate.
Last but not least, it's Mr. Roadrunner. He came a little bit later on in the season. Harrison Wood, mate. You're another character. We've got a great team of characters. But you're non-stop, mate. You're like a Duracell battery. You just keep going, and it's brilliant to see your development coming along, mate. And gelling with the team is brilliant. So no doubt next season, now you've got a full season with us, we can see that development coming on, mate, and see you supporting the team even more.
What I've also noticed with Harry as well is the fact, Harry, you're developing a shot on you, and that's something that, you know, we're gonna want to see more, and we know there's more to come out of you yet. You know, just keep listening, keep striving the way that you're going, and you'll surprise yourself. And I'll tell you one thing as well. You want me to blame the dog this time either. Keep going, man. I'm really proud to have you on board. Right? Sorry, I had to get that one in.
So we're going to move on to the different categories of trophies now. We're going to start off with top goal scorer.
Let's go top goal scorer.
Goal scorer, probably, again, some of the comments what we've said earlier about him being a year below everything, I think that's to give it away straight away. But his ability to find the goal from anywhere and everywhere, and even using his weaker side of his foot. And I love the celebrations, mate, when you've scored with your left foot. Yeah. Romari, top goal scorer, mate. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. I think you deserve it, mate. Well done.
Players player. Players look at who they see that will command, that they respect. Yes, definitely Tyler. Congratulations, because you've set the example, and now that you've set the example, and that example has to be high, the rest of the lads will always look to you. So just keep your football going, mate, and be the Virgil van Dijk as we believe that you can be.
Well done, mate. Congratulations. And parents player. I think everyone views football in different ways, and I think that the majority of the time we do celebrate a lot of success with goals and stuff like that, and that's how people see football sometimes. But it's not taking any credit away from him, because he has been absolutely brilliant, and it has been like really, really hard to pick throughout all of you lads, regardless of goals and saves made and this, that, and the other. But parents player for this season is Romari. Congratulations, mate.
Well
Done brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Most improved. This player, it's been tough, really tough for us this year, without a doubt. And as we look at players that we've seen that have grown, and we've mentioned a couple of players, that's why as a squad you've all grown. But this one player, I felt, has just edged it in the sense that yes, he wears his heart on his sleeve.
Definitely.
But yes, he will give 100%, and you won't hear no complaints. You'll just see a lad that wants to try and wants to do his best. So most improved, we felt Rocco.
Well done,
should
mate.
have it today. So well done, Rocco.
Absolutely
really proud of you to have you on board. You've worked hard for it, mate. Just keep it going, and next season you'll be even better. Well done.
Definitely. Last category is managers player. I'm going to say a few bits and then I'll pass over to my dad before we announce it, but you probably get it from what I'm going to say. But this player, like with a lot of our players, it's a bit of a broken record at the moment, but absolute character. His behaviour on the pitch, absolutely brilliant. His behaviour in training, absolutely brilliant. A lot of people think his concentration's not be there, but for like comparing it from last season, leaps and bounds than what it was, and his ability to save some of the goals that he saved,
You just get
but some of the saves that he's been an absolute cat, absolutely brilliant in between the sticks, and I just it was really tough, lads. To be fair, to pick one person, but in terms of his improvement, his leadership, and his ability on the pitch and off the pitch as well, and what he gives to the team, definitely been able to have to go to that player. Any words from yourself?
Me, I've just been really, like, along with Josh and Matt, we've just been impressed with the way that you've worked and the example that you've set on the field. You know, your actions have spoken for themselves. Just keep it going, keep growing, and you'll be the best.
West Brom's #1. But Kyle, mate,
well done, mate.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done, manager's player for this year. And that's all of our categories for this season. But I just want to wrap it up by saying, lads, that you've been absolutely brilliant, and I think that pays off with actually being champions. Don't forget that.
Right.
It would never be taken away from us. The season might have been nilled and void, but we won that trophy fair and square before that happened, and it shows that we are capable of being winners and being champions, and we're going to take that mentality onto next season, and we're going to win some more. So we'll see you at training soon, lads.
Indeed. Hopefully we'll see you training very soon. Once again, I'm very proud and privileged to work with you guys. I also want to say thank you to you parents, because your support and your patience has to be respected. I've had the privilege of working with many parents, and this has to be one of the best groups I've worked with.
Yeah.
In all fairness, you know, if you've got a concern, you'll come to us, but you've backed the lads through thick and thin, and that's the kind of support that will make further champions in the future. So well done, everybody. Well done, lads. Well done, parents.
Massive.
Great help.
Thank you very much, parents. Thank you very much, lads. And we'll see you soon. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.